Now that we have talked about Ursa Major, the bear, and Ursa Minor, the dragon, or the dragon or the bear. So we are still in the keys. What key is 106? Let's read 35. Those who worship the beast or the bear through the astronomy and astrology of the lower heavens, through the knowledge of the lower heavens, the intelligence of the lower heavens, and their mathematical graven images of light, are returned to begin their conscious program once again. So what they're saying is, us here, the beast is when okay, let me go to another document. So this is in relation to Revelation 13 verse 18. This is wisdom. If anyone has understanding, let him calculate the number of the beast. So the beast, the government of Ursa Minor and Ursa Major, has a number, and their agent or the man who represent them also has a number, and that number is 666. So the mark of the beast, we have read about it before. He also forced everyone, small and great, rich, poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on his right hand and on his forehead, so that no one could buy or sell unless he had the mark, which is the name of the beast or the number of his name. It means even us, if you worship Christ, you will have Christ's number. If you worship Satan, you have Satan's number in your forehead. You have a mark of identity or identifying. Then I looked, and there before me was the Lamb, and standing on Mount Zion. So the Lamb rules in Mount Zion, the paradise, and with him the 144 who had his name and his father's name on the forehead. So now the Father has a name, and it means also the Father has a number. The Lamb has a number, and the beast has a number. Those who worship the Father also have a number. So when we come on the earth, Nebuchadnezzar, in the book of Daniel, chapter 4, verse 16, it talks about Nebuchadnezzar, the great king and builder of Babylon. This was the agent of Satan, one of the biggest agents. We have Nimrod, we have countless, as you could think of. But I think the biggest thing is what? The mind. They were talking about the mind when we were reading there. The mind of a beast. You are an animal. How could you do this to me? Why? Because you're saying we have a mind of an animal. The mind of Christ, the mind of the beast. So, what a remarkable contrast between this and the preceding verse. The mind of the beast is represented by the number 666 of a name. The mind of Christ is represented by the name that has 888. Numbers are impersonal things, well suited to computers, but unnatural to humans. If you have the mind of a beast, you are only a number. No doubt you will be part of someone's statistics. If you have the mind of Christ, you have a name. You become a person and an individual in the sight of God. Your name is in the Lamb books of life. Lamb's book of life. And if you are not in the Lamb's book of life, then you are in the beast book of death. Yeah, I suppose. So like I have said, I have shown now 666, the number of the beast. Not many have heard about the 888. Surprisingly, occurs in the Bible verse immediately following the 666, and is in the name. So you deduce it from the name. And we also shown that the Father has a name. Therefore, it also, from that we could deduce a numerical value of frequency. So we also talked about the 777. So we'll look at 7, or the significance of 7. The seventh day is the Lord's day. The Bible especially the book of Revelation, is heavily patterned in the number of 7. 7 indicate this indicate that 7 is the number of God. I don't want to go much into the tables of how to get to the numbers. I think it will complicate things, but just for you to appreciate, you could look at how they are doing the calculations. Okay, I was looking for this statement. So we know that a beast, whether you say it's a bear or animal, can have no idea of God. Spiritual and moral values are of no meaning to it. So it just work on a programmed behavior. The number 6 represents men without God. So this is very important. The number 6 represents men without God. The number 666 means men, men, men. A system that is totally men-centered and men-dominated. Everything is based on men's thoughts, men's plan, and men's scheme. There's no room for God in it. So this is the idea of Satan, because he can't afford for us to have God. Basically, it has to be me, and your ability and your intelligence and everything. You can't attribute it to any higher power, which is the Father.